Hey guys, it's Jay here, and today I'm going to be talking about packing. So, packing, if you don't know what that is creating a male-looking bulge in your underwear. This is a packer that I just kind of flung onto the screen there by accident. And today I'm going to be talking about a few different kinds of packing because it's not all the same. It's more confusing than you think it's going to be. So, firstly, some people just won't bother buying a proper packer. You don't need to buy a purpose-made packer. All you really need to do is get a pair of socks and roll them up into a ball like you would if you were puttying them all away, and you kind of squash it into a flatter kind of shape and just put it in your underwear. Problem solved. It's a temporary or permanent homemade packer. You don't need to have anything complicated. Other ways you can make a homemade packer, I will link to this in the description, but I know that Chase Ross did a video about making a packer out of 2 or 3 condoms, I think, and hair gel, which was an interesting video to watch. Now on to purpose-made packers. So this is a Mr. Limpy. It's extra small sized and it's the palest colour that you can get because, as you can probably tell, I'm extra pale. But as you probably can't tell because I'm sitting down, I'm also extra short. So I got the extra small packer, and this kind of packer, this soft, floppy, stretchy, weird packer is called a soft packer because obviously it's soft, it's flaccid, it squashes. These are really good products because this is about $15 on the internet, and you buy one, you keep it forever as long as you maintain it well. If you get a packer like this, you need to wash it a lot. Like, if you're going to be wearing it every day, you need to be washing this as much as you can. Before you wear it, you need to put a talc alternative on it because you should not put talc in that kind of area ever. Not safe. So put cornstarch or something similar all over this. Just pat it on all over, give it an even coating till it's not sticky anymore because it gets really sticky. Another thing that you need to bear in mind with these kind of packers is don't put it directly against your skin because this material that you can see here is very stretchy and unusual. It's called Cyberskin, and this material can hoard bacteria. So if you put this directly against your skin, you risk getting infections, and you don't want that. Next up in terms of packing, we have this called an STP or a stand-to-P device. So this is basically a harder material of packer. Like, as you can see, this is stretchy, this is not. An STP is basically designed so that you can use it to pee through. Not all STPs look like dicks. There are STPs that you just get that are basically glorified funnels. They do what they're supposed to do, but they don't look like dicks. So they're significantly cheaper because obviously they don't look like dicks. This costs money to get looking this good, but they are functional. So if you are tight on money, you're probably better buying one of them. This is about $70 and the harness is about $25. I gotta be honest, the harness is not worth the money, but the dick is really good. It's it's the Model Sport from Form Function, and you can buy them on like the Packer Locker website, I think. STPs can take a long time to get used to, and you do need to get used to positioning and stuff, so you should never just go straight out wearing an STP and expect to pee perfectly, because I've already peed like 3 times down my leg using this thing, even though this is like an easier kind of STP to use, because some can be significantly more difficult than others. STPs, you pee through them, they don't all look like dicks. You don't have to put talc or anything like that on these because these are not sticky in the same way that Cyberskin is, and you don't have to worry about putting this against your skin because it's not made of Cyberskin either, so it's a tougher material that isn't as porous. The next thing I have to talk about is a hard pack or a pack and play, which is basically a packer that looks like a dick, like this one, but is hard, so it can be used for sex and other sexual purposes, etc, etc. There's a lot out there in terms of them, but as far as I know, there aren't very many good ones because the majority of them are just like a realistic looking dildo that just strap on. So if you're looking for any pleasure in the act, you're probably not going to get any from that packer. There's only one that I know of, which is going to be mentioned in the next part as well, because it falls under another category too, called the Peacock. And it comes with a attachment that kind of presses against your parts, which is like attached to the actual packing part. So you can get pleasure from that, but I don't think most have them. The last thing I'm going to talk about are multi-use packers. So packers like this STP can also be just worn as a packer around the place, and that makes this a multi-use packer as well as an STP. The most famous multi-use packer is, as mentioned in the previous section there, the Peacock. The Peacock functions as a hard packer for sex, an STP, and a normal floppy packer. So you couldn't really do anything with the Peacock, to be honest. They're mad expensive though. They're like $300 or more. I can't remember. The last time I checked, one of them was $300, and that's a lot of money to be paying for something that you're not certain you're going to want. So if you are going to get a Peacock, you really need to be reading the reviews, because you don't want to buy something that's mad expensive and you don't want to get. I will link in the description to all the different products I've mentioned, such as this Mr. Limpy Extra Small and this Model Sport STP. Basically with packing, it's a matter of preference. Do you want to just have a bulge? Do you want to pee? Or do you want to have sex with someone? Or do you want a combination of all three? So that will really influence what you buy. They get more expensive depending on what you're buying. $15, $70. Is peeing really worth it, guys? So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed listening to me ramble on about prosthetic dicks. And please like and subscribe this video.